Hi friends, I am Professor Raju Thenge from Dr. Rajendra Gode College of Pharmacy, Malkapur. I will discuss a topic evaluation of microcapsule. After preparation of microcapsules, these microcapsules are evaluated for various evaluation tests such as morphology of microcapsule, percentage yield, particle size, microencapsulation efficiency, flow properties of microcapsule, and in vitro drug release of microcapsules. So first property or first evaluation test is morphology of microcapsule. So morphology of microcapsules can be determined by scanning electron microscopy. So it is one of the microscopy techniques that may check the morphological structure, whether the microcapsules prepared is having smooth surface or the rough surface. So that can determine its flow characteristics. Second, percentage yield. So how much amount of the yield may be obtained, that is called as a percentage yield. So the total amount of microcapsules obtained was weight, and the percentage yield was calculated by taking into consideration the weight of drug and the polymer. This percentage yield can be calculated by using formula percentage yield is equal to amount of microcapsule obtained divided by theoretical amount multiplied by 100. Next one, particle size. The particle size can be determined by the sieve analysis method. So the sieve analysis method, that is sieve shaker, may be used for determination of the particle size of microcapsules. The prepared microcapsule that should be placed on the top sieve, which are arranged depending on its size, and this sieve set may be fixed with the sieve shaker, and it may be vibrated for the period of 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the material retained on each sieve can be removed and determine how much amount of percentage of material may be retained on each sieve. So from this we can determine the percent distribution particle size, or average particle size can be determined. Another method, that is by using laser diffractometry. In this method, approximately 30 milligram of microparticles is redispersed in 2 to 3 ml of distilled water, which consists of 0.1% Twins 20, and it should be rotated using ultrasound, then transferred into small volume in a recirculating unit operating at 60 ml per second in laser diffractometry or either by particle size analyzers. Thus the particle size can be determined by either any one of the method. Next one, encapsulation efficiency. Encapsulation efficiency, it is nothing but how much amount of drug may be entrapped into the microcapsule. So this microencapsulation efficiency can be determined by allowing to wash microcapsules to lysate. The lysate is then subjected to the determination of the active constituent that is present in the microcapsules as per the monograph requirement. The percent encapsulation efficiency is calculated by using the equation, that is percent encapsulation efficiency is equal to actual content divided by theoretical content multiplied by 100. Next evaluation parameter, it is flow properties of the microcapsules. So flow properties of the microcapsules can be determined by angle of repose such as density, Carr's index and the harshness ratio. So all these parameters can relate to the flow properties of microcapsules. The angle of repose of microcapsules can be determined by fixed funnel method. Bulk density and tap density was determined using the density apparatus. Harshness ratio, it is the ratio of bulk density to the tap density. And Carr's index, that is determined by using the bulk and the tap density values by using the formula Carr's index is equal to W1 minus W2 divided by W1 multiplied by 100, where this W1 is the initial weight, W2 is the final weight divided by W1 is the initial weight multiplied by the 100. And last evaluation parameter, that is in vitro drug release profile. So in vitro drug release profile of microcapsules can be determined by using the dissolution test apparatus. So in this in vitro drug release studies are employed by placing weigh amount of microcapsules in the muslin cloth and placed in the dissolution jar. 900 ml of dissolution medium is placed in the jar and temperature was maintained at 37 degrees Celsius and the paddle was rotated at the constant speed. The sample was withdrawn at specific time interval and made up with the fresh dissolution medium. The sample was appropriately diluted and the absorbance was measured at specific wavelength using a spectrophotometer, either UV spectrophotometer or the HPLC methods. So thus we can evaluate the microcapsules by various evaluation parameters. Then applications of microcapsules. The microcapsules can be applicable or prepared to produce the sustained release drug delivery system. Example is atenolol. To improve the flow properties of the material such as thiamine or riboflavin. To enhance the stability of the drug. Example is a vitamin. To reduce the volatility of the material such as peppermint oil or methyl salicylate. To avoid the incompatibilities, examples are aspirin or the chloramphenicol. To mask the unpleasant taste and odor of the drug, examples are aminophylline or the castor oil. To convert liquid into the solid, example is peppermint oil. And to reduce the gastric irritations due to the drug, examples of nitrofurantoin, indomethacin or the aspirin. So this microencapsulation, it is widely used in the pharmaceutical as well as the other industries for the microencapsulation purpose. If you like this video, please share or like it. Thank you. Thank you very much.